We also see here something I've popped on here, which is called app access. So the thing about BRC 100 is it's peer-to-peer. So how do you know who you're engaging with? Well, they need to have a BRC 100 ID. They need to have this guy. This comes out of the box, this identity key, and it is built from your seed. And that is the way that you interact with apps. These are different BRC 100 apps. So you can see I've permitted several into my world. Now, when I say that, what I mean is that I've only allowed them to knock on my door. I haven't allowed them access to be able to spend any of my coins in their environment. The reason I had to do app access is because this is like a hand coded environment, but it's really good as a mental model to understand why I had to do that. So I have, you could call it a shim that I built locally that allows my local environment here to use my cloud BRC 100 wallet. Okay. And so that's very vulnerable. So I lock that baby down. Nobody can look at on that port unless I tell them that they can. And that is what this app access part is about. So let's say, Xanadu, they're actually already on this list, but say they weren't, I would just put their URL and I'd say, let this app in. And then that allows us to do that auth handshake together. Now, this is why the spending permissions are a whole separate thing. Because then you can see here, I do a monthly budget. There's probably better ways to design this, but I've given myself 1,000,000 sats for the month for Xanadu. And once that is up, then they no longer can spend my coins. And you can see there's different amounts on here. It's all, I put it down here in this budget. I can revoke it. I can change it. All of this stuff is what's wired into the BRC 100 apps that you use. But like I said, they designed it with a user in mind. This is Bridget's mind for learning, and hopefully it's helping you learn about this world. The next, well, I guess I'll say one more thing. So what this means is that when I interact with any of these apps, I'm not clicking buttons saying, yes, you can spend this, because I've already said, here's how much you can spend. And I can look and I can see what, I can see down here. Oh my God, I spent 1,000,000 sats on blank. What happened? But 1,000,000 sats is not that much. So it's a very controlled environment.